Okay.
And also, having this call being made by the EFF itself. White people do not love the EFF because
Why is that?
the EFF is calling for equality to say that if we're having this class,
Yes.
let us drink, all of us.
Yes.
White people are saying we cannot share with black people.
We met right now at the streets, and you were telling me very important things of how this historic shutdown on the 20th of March is important for you guys, especially for me, because you're saying you're doing it for us. Please tell the audience, who are you, where are you from, and why you think this day is important for all of us.
I'm Thabo Innocent Matebula, a member of the EFF in good standing from Ward 43 in Tswan. I think this clarion call to the national shutdown is very necessary for everyone, and it also speaks to the conscience of South Africans, because all these hardships that initiated the call to the streets as to let us leave whatever that we will be doing on the 28th and confront the status quo, of which it is prices of basic things as food going up, transportation to go to work, they're going up. We have load shedding, which is one of fundamental issues that are raised in our national shutdown, and the call for the president to resign, because since he got to ascend into power, we did not see any changes. Actually, the situation continues to deteriorate from what it was prior would enter the office.
Okay, so you're saying you are fixing the country, basically.
Yes, we're fixing the country, and remember that we're young. When we are seeing incorrect things being done by old people and we are folding arms, what is it that we're going to tell the generation that is coming after us? We must set a good example, because we're going to be asked as to what is it that we have done. Under the leadership of Julius Malema, which we are inspired by his politics, we're very happy. He got to consolidate us, to give us fundamental points, and to make us understand the necessity of having us leave whatever that we are doing and confront the elephant that we are having in the house.
No, that's proper. Very, very, very good points that you told me, and you are consistent with what you told me. But here's the problem. You know, on social media, white people, very angry. South Africans in general, very angry. And I've got a problem. Why are they so angry at what you are doing? Isn't it similar to Zuma must fall? Isn't it similar to pay back the money? Is it similar to Zuma must fall? Zuma must fall? Is it? Because I'm worried now that when you remove Ramaphosa, because that's what you call him for on Monday, right? When you remove him, there seems to be a big war. But when you were removing Zuma, it wasn't as hectic as this. What is the problem? What does the research say? Because I know the EFF dwells a lot on scientific research.
All right. Look, you raised the issue of having white people being not happy about the call that has been made.
Yes.
Remember that the hardships that I have indicated, they are not affecting most of white people.
Oh.
It is black people. It is black people who are staying in places that are underdeveloped. White people mostly, they are found in places where there's development, and even this issue of load shedding, to them it affects them maybe a smaller time.
Yeah.
If you can look at squatter camps, townships, even that are near to the capital city of South Africa, they get to be affected by load shedding for a long duration of time.
Yeah.
And now it is not surprising to see white people being unhappy about the call that has been made.
Okay.
And also having this call being made by the EFF itself. white people do not love the EFF
Wh-
because
why is
the EFF is calling for equality to say
Oh.
that if we're having this class,
Yes.
let us drink all of us.
Yes.
White people are saying we cannot share with black people. This class must be for us. And then organize a dirty one for black people.
Oh. No, I understand. So, nice of man, you guys are young. And I know I've seen how the politics changed from maybe since 94. And you guys saying, because of your robustness, you cannot allow this to happen on your watch. So tell me, what happens if Ramaphosa doesn't fall?
Ramaphosa is going to resign after this march, and by the look of things and the line of march that we've been given is that we're not backing off until we get what we want. Remember, we're led by a fearless leader, and he is clear. He articulates the issue of fear to say it is a sickness. So we're not going to be subjected to this narrative of fear.
Yeah.
We are confronting the situation. And now, you raised the issue as to what makes this move to be seen as a different one
Yes,
from the
from
one
the
of
previous ones.
the President Zuma.
Because the whole country was supporting that one. Now it's almost cut in half.
Look now. From the side of the government, I was looking here on the news. I saw they have deployed soldiers, police, and
Yes.
the security has been tightened.
In fact,
and that did not take
happened.
place during
Yeah.
the call of having Zuma resigning.
Yes.
So, to my view, is that the capturers of this system love this man that were calling Hore he must move.
So Ramaphosa, you claiming Ramaphosa is not the real leader. He's
He-
been micromanaged.
Yeah, he
Bamutshwere
is.
ka remote control.
He is, according to
what you are saying.
how he's conducting himself.
Yes.
Because Ramaphosa knows that South Africans are angry at him. Since he got, what is it that you can point yourself? Be honest to yourself and the people who are watching us now.
Yes.
What is it that Ramaphosa has done that you can say, I'm very happy about it since he took over as the president of South Africa?
Well, before Ramaphosa came, I did not know what an ankole is. I know it's a very beautiful African beast with large horns. At least I know there's a farm called Pala Pala. I know a lot of things that I did not know before Ramaphosa. Does that satisfy your questioning?
Yes, it does. And also, do you think he is fit to continue to be the president of South Africa? I'm taking the platform. Now I'm interviewing you.
No, that's not how it works. Of course, he's fit, but that's not why I'm here. You are here to tell us why he's not fit.
He is not. He is not fit because situation and conditions continues to be worsened under his leadership, and we were told that we have a better leader now from the side of the governing party, which is the ANC, to say that things will change.
I saw a poll online. People are saying you are almost 12 months before elections. Almost 12 months. Why is it that you guys can wait 12 months and go and take government legitimately? Why do you want to remove the man? Why can't you wait? You take government?
That question should have been raised prior to April elections in 1994.
Oh.
And all those uprisings.
So tell me, so the problems that are facing South Africa, do you guys have solutions?
Remember, problems are like a death of a family member. We do not invite them.
Yes, they come.
They come unannounced.
So like the typical problems facing South Africa now, do you guys know, or are you going to be able to fix them? Because you're saying problem is Ramaphosa, because Ramaphosa can solve
The
this
EFF
problem.
is equal to the task. The
So
EFF,
do you know models of which you guys are going to approach these problems, or you think it's something higher up your structure?
we know the EFF is very ready to govern. If you would listen to
But are you solution driven? Because it's one
we're solution driven, because
one
wherever
thing-
we've touched, we leave people smiling.
Which municipality have you touched and left people smiling?
And in a Kuruleni, workers, particularly security guards, they've been insourced. Insourcing, it's been the language of the EFF. Even
But
here,
do you know why
even here
people
in
doubt you?
even here in Tshwane, insourcing is been, and it also save the funds of municipalities.
But that part I understand.
And that view itself, it is driven by our ideology, which is socialism.
All right.
It inspires this entire move. Our conscience lies there.
I understand. You know, your ideology and your cardinal pillars, they make sense for us who are the majority, blacks and African in particular. They make sense. But people are worried that you guys have not led a municipality, a province. They don't trust you. This is what I heard on polls online. So what if someone is saying that, what comfort can you give him?
When the ANC got into power in 1994, it was coming from the sky. Mandela was becoming the president for the first time.
But
he should have been asked as to, where have you led as the president? And the ANC, when it got into power, it was coming from the ground as well. They should have been asked as to, where have you governed? So the EFF is ready. The only thing that must happen, citizens of South Africa should just cast a vote and have the EFF in power, and the situation and the conditions will change in South Africa.
Okay, you want people to trust you and vote.
People do trust us because each time we're going to the polls, our numbers are increasing. And in a month's time, we'll be turning 10 years. The organization is growing. Okay. It is big. We have MMCs. It is big, and they always on the ground. They're seen. You will never even ask, where is the MC of this portfolio?
Yeah.
They always on the ground. They're working.
It's fine. So on Monday, you guys want to close South Africa, right? You encourage us not to go to work. You're saying South Africans must support you.
We're not encouraging people not to go to work. We're saying that people should leave whatever they'll be doing. Even those who are not working, they must come and join, because these hardships are affecting them. And remember that when we are dealing with people who are not liberated mentally to get to comprehend the suppression that they are being subjected to, it becomes difficult. It's not a matter of having you leaving what you are doing to support the EFF. Mm-hmm. This shutdown is not the shutdown of the EFF. It is the shutdown of South Africans responding to the conditions that they are subjected to, which is what? Water shedding, load shedding, increasing prices of basic things as food, transportation, and all these things. You find even these people who are complaining that having us not going to work and we come and join the shutdown, we're not going to be paid for that day. You get to find out that some of them, all of the money that they're earning, get to be used for transportation and food, and only 50 rands remains.
So in other words, you're saying maybe that person per day they give him 150, and he spends 50 rand petrol, and he has to buy lunch as well. If he's not going to work, he did not lose much.
It's a hand-to-mouth situation.
Mm.
It's a matter of surviving, and we do not want that situation. This call that has been made, it is a response to say that as citizens of South Africa, we're tired.
Yeah.
And we've been patient with this government of the ANC. It's not Ramaphosa only, actually, who must fall. The ANC itself must fall because they have been into power since 1994 and things are still the same.
Are campuses at tax going to be working? Are campuses at...
Tax communicated through the EFF Students Command that they won't be working from campus. Lecturers, they're going to be conducted online. However, students will be on the streets. I do not know those will be conducting...
TUT?
Yeah, they've communicated.
So
remember
the
that
major universities in Pretoria are closed.
Yes.
Other learning institutions like your Tshwane North Town.
I haven't heard from them, but I am of a view that they're not going to open because Tshwane is a capital.
Yes.
And there'll be movements there.
Yeah.
Even if they get to insist in proceeding with the business of the day, it's not going to be possible.
In closing, so someone wants to support you, but they cannot be there physically. What do you want to tell them to do?
There is social media platforms, and even where they are. Remember that this national shutdown, it's not calling people to come to Pretoria, neither Cape Town. It is calling people to say that if you are in KwaZulu-Natal, in Tuzuma, shut down Tuzuma. If you are in...
maybe people are scared of the word shutdown. Like shutdown, what do you mean? And what do you want people to do? They must sit down, they must switch off their cars, they must block roads. What does shutdown mean?
Shutdown means that
nothing operates.
Nothing operates, so, and all systems themselves should stop.
You are not including hospitals with that?
No, remember that those are emergency services.
So hospitals will keep working?
Hospitals should proceed. And clinics must work. Remember, it's emergency.
Fireplaces will work?
Yeah, they must work. Okay. They must work because now...
What is it that you don't want to work?
It is businesses, it is government departments. We want everything to stop so that we get to be given attention, we get to be listened to.
Last 10 seconds, for your fellow fighters, what do you want to tell them?
Fellow fighters, a clarion call has been made. Let us meet on the 20th of March 2023 on a Monday. The streets have called, let us respond. Particularly young people who are still energetic, let us respond to the call that has been made by the streets. Thank you very much, fighters. Amandla.
Thank you.
Thank you.